I'm going to be talking about the last lecture, and I enjoyed reading this book just as I did the other book we had to read for the class this year. And I have never heard of these books that we've read, so I really enjoyed them and thoroughly enjoyed them. So I need to tell you about a few lessons that I learned in this book. It was full of so many, so I picked out 8 that meant something to me, and that was that kind of hit me as soon as I read through the chapters. And so I'm going to talk about those. And the first one is hard work is like compound interest in the bank. The rewards build faster. Oh my goodness, hard work. That's just something that I feel like sometimes it's lost in this generation. My mom instilled that in me. She didn't have it quite so easy, but one thing that she did teach me was hard work and just dig in and get the job done. And so that has really worked well with me in my life. Having 5 children, the hard work was definitely there, but it just helped me push through a lot of things. And I hope my husband, he was a firefighter. He retired. And he owns his own business, cabinet maker. So everything he did was physical. I also was the same way. I was a fitness instructor for several years and cleaned houses, and so everything I did was physical. Now I'm turning my focus more toward mental with school and a new job, but just working hard. I hope our kids have seen that, and that they see the results of what working hard will do. You may not have the best of this or the best of that, or you may not have a college education, or you may not have things that come easy, but if you work hard, it will pay off. And I just hope that for the most part, my children will see that, and that they'll see that the working hard has been, that my husband and I have been able to provide for them, and not giving them everything they want, but provide for them, and that it pays off. Lesson 2, we cannot change the cards we are dealt, just how we play the game. This is so true in my childhood. I mean, you can't choose your family. You can't choose your situation, your income level as a child, and things like that. So as a child, I was dealt a hand that I really, at the time, didn't care for. But I didn't get bitter about it. I'm so thankful for that, because that, everybody has to make a choice what path they're going to take. And if their hands that they've been dealt isn't so pleasant, are they going to take a path of rebellion, or are they going to go down a road that's not very good for them, or are they just going to try to overcome it? And I'm thankful that I chose the playing the hand that I was dealt, and taking what I was given and doing something with it. And we always want more for our kids. We always want better for our kids. And I hope that even though my kids didn't experience the childhood that I had, but that they still will get that whatever life throws at them, they need to just, it's like, if you're given lemons, make lemon juice, the idea of that. But just to keep moving forward. Lesson number 3, brick walls are there for a reason, to show how badly we want something. I think most of us have had brick walls in our path. At the moment when you hit the wall and you see it and you think, oh my goodness, I know several times in my life I had to make a choice. Am I going to scale that wall, or am I just going to lay here and not do anything about it? And there's a few times in my life, my biggest one I'm presently in is school. That was a big wall for me. Did I want it bad enough? Yes. Did I have some days at the beginning on the first semester? I cried. I fussed. I complained. I got frustrated. And once I worked through that, and once I decided that this is what I was going to do, and then I was going to scale the wall, and it was going to make me better on the other side, it it really helped me, have a better attitude about it. But I had to realize, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And it was, and I chose to do that. Another example right now is in my new job, working 8 to 5 for the first time in 20 something years, and in school, and then a family, and then trying to learn all new stuff at work. That was another brick wall that I've had to face in the last few months, and I'm glad that I chose to say it's worth it, and I'm gonna scale the wall instead of instead of just sitting and not getting on the other side. Lesson 4: no job is beneath you. It's one thing that I'm thankful that I had an opportunity to be humbled in this sense. And my kids, I was a stay-home mom most through till they hit preschool, and then I needed to really try to supplement our income just a bit. And so I had the idea of cleaning houses. And at first, my husband was a little set off by this idea, just because I think it was the idea of my wife was going to clean somebody else's house, and it was maybe beneath him in that idea. But we talked about it, and the Lord has blessed me with that, because I have been able to minister to people. People have ministered to me. The people that I cleaned for 15 plus years have become family. The Lord placed so many people in my life that I just leadership, and I can't even explain all the benefits that it gave me. Yes, is it a job that maybe not a lot of people want? Yes, but it has humbled me, and it has kept me grounded. I love cleaning. I know that sounds a little crazy. After a while, after 15 plus years of it, it did get a little old, but I didn't look at it as a job that was, scrubbing somebody's toilet. It was not something that I wasn't, I didn't want to say I wasn't a house cleaner. And so for me, it was, if anything, it was just humbling. And I hope it was another reason that my kids could say Mom worked hard and she did whatever she could and whatever she had to do to get her goal met, and that was to supplement our income. So I hope that they saw that in me, that, you do what you got to do. And I've always had that mentality. And so that is one thing that when I saw that lesson, that really stuck out in me. And I'm thankful that I've had the opportunity to have that in my life, and I think it grew me in so many ways. Lesson number 5: problem solving beats complaining. I have trouble with this sometimes, especially lately, because I feel like a lot of things to complain about sometimes here lately with school and work, and just so much stress right now on me. And I've experienced this at work. A lot of new things have been thrown at me, and I'm in a situation where I'm kind of on my own, and I'm self-teaching right now because we haven't fully got our office up and running, so I'm the only one in it. And so there is nobody I can just reach over here and talk to somebody, or I kind of have to figure it out. And so it has really pushed me to really dig deep and say, I could complain about it and get frustrated, or I can try to figure it out. And I've really overcome that a lot. Also, school has been a big thing. Your online classes, I know you have access to instructors and other people and all, but a lot of times you just have to dig in and try to figure it out. And so instead of complaining, and so this has been something that I've had to really work on. And so I'm thankful for that, but it's not been easy. Number 6, no matter how bad things are, you can always make things worse or better. Yes. And there's always somebody else worse or better than you too. So like the situation, when I read that, and I read the chapter talking about that, I thought of, there's always somebody else in worse shape than you are. Even at my lowest, it doesn't compare to somebody else's lowest. And I can make the situation worse or better. And it's just, I think a lot of it's how you look at it and how you perceive it. You You can take a bad situation and make it worse just by your attitude, or you can have a positive attitude and make it better. Or you can learn from it, and that'll make it better. But this is definitely something that life has taught me to do, to either make things worse or make things better. A lot of times it rides on my attitude. Number 7, don't obsess over what other people think. This is hard, especially as a woman. I think it's hard. As I get older, I get less concerned about what other people think. But as I was younger, that's important. It was important to me, and it was a big, deal. You want to fit in. You don't want to, be different. And so, as my girls, I'm very proud of them. My twin girls, they're about to be 18 in a few months, but they're very good about, I know they do things. They do things like the trends that are in, and they'll do, but they do it because they want to. And they've taught me a lot about that they are very big on doing what they want, what they feel is right. They don't conform to others, and I just really appreciate that. They've really taught me a lot in that area. I've had to come a long way with this. Like I said, as I've gotten older, that's become a little easier to do. I guess maybe because we don't care as much about what other people think as we get older. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing. Sometimes I think it is. But, what other people think, especially if it's an opinion, because everybody's got an opinion. And that's one thing I've always told my girls is no matter what you do, whether you do or you don't, there's going to be people that have opinions on both sides of that. So you have to do what you know is right. And then lesson number 8, leaving a legacy. As I read this book, I thought it was just an awesome thing that last lecture in this book was such an awesome legacy that this man left for his family. And I'm not writing a book, and I'm not having a last lecture, but man, the eternal effects of the way I live my life and the things that I do and I say and I teach, all are going to reflect on my kids and my grandkids, and it's just going to trickle down. And so leaving a legacy is, as you get older, as I've gotten older, it becomes so much more important to me, to make sure that I'm leaving a legacy that is, that's the light of the Lord, that they see that, Jesus is the most important, and that our eternity is the most important, and not in just this earth. And it's what we do here that matters, for eternity. And so leaving a legacy is a very important lesson that I feel like as I'm getting older, it's becoming more important to me, to lead by example and to love others. The 3 most important words that I found in the book was tell the truth. And man, that is so true. We had a case at the office one day. We had a situation where a wire of certain money, lots of money, was supposed to be sent to a certain location so they could close on their house. I get a phone call, and the agent's like, we're here at a closing that those funds they've not been transferred, and we are in the closing now. So I get in touch with our accounting department, and what had happened was the funds were put in another account. And so I'm new to this, and so I say to the lady, I say, what, and this is all through email, I say, what is the process? She goes, I have to pull it from that account, which takes a while, first you have to prove that that's your money. You got to pull it out of that account, and then you have to transfer it to the correct account. And she said, this could take a while. And I remember emailing her back, and I said, what do I tell them? And she's a Christian lady, and we've talked before, so I know that to be the truth. And she said, tell them the truth. So, and I don't know what if she would have told me something different. Would I have? I look back now and I think I don't know if I would have said anything that she told me to say. Would I have transferred that through, whether it had been the truth or not? But I'm very thankful that she said that, and I did. I got on the phone with the agent and I told her the truth, and I said, we are doing the best we can. We're doing it as quickly as we can, and I will let you know as soon as I know something. And at the end of the conversation, at the end of the day, things worked out. But if you don't tell the truth, then you can be burying yourself, and then you have to say something else that's not true to try to get yourself out, and it just buries you deeper. So sometimes, as adults, and we've lived a long time, sometimes those 3 words, tell the truth, may not seem as important sometimes, but I feel like we all need to come back to that foundation of what we believe in, and it's always tell the truth. It's something that I feel like we should do. There shouldn't be a question. And that was just a reminder, and I really appreciate that in the book, that was just a reminder to me that that's something I need to make a point that's part of who I am, that I'm truthful at all costs. And then there are 5 words that most important words to live by, and what I think they were, and really is what the book I think is the foundation of what's going on, is time is all you have. And as this man was dying, all he had was time left. That whatever time the Lord left him here, that was all he had. And that's all we have. We don't know what tomorrow holds. We don't know what the next moment holds. And what we do every moment needs to be intended for the purpose of it, as a believer, is to live for the Lord, and that's to love people, love God, love people, and share Jesus with others. And time, and this makes me think, my mom, when I was reading this, it kind of hit home with me, because my mom passed away. My girls were 13, or just about to turn 13. She was diagnosed with, and so that was 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. She was diagnosed with lung cancer. We found out she had lung cancer on Sunday, and she passed away 5 weeks later on a Sunday. And for 5 weeks, I kind of quit everything. I cleaned a couple of houses a week while my sister sat with Mom. Mom lived with us, and she's lived with me for many years because my dad passed away many, many years ago. And I quit teaching at the gym for a while. I took a leave of absence, and I stayed there. There was moments when I was frustrated because I was pretty much stuck. But sometimes I feel guilty for feeling that way, because I know now that time is all I had. But I'm a human, and I regret that now sometimes, but I was with her, almost 24/7 for 5 weeks. I have regrets because I should have used that time more wisely. But I'm thankful for those 5 weeks. I'm thankful my children were able to, have her there close to us for 5 weeks. And that's all we had. I also thought about in this book about, I don't know what's worse or what's better. If you know you have a certain amount of time left, I think it's harder because you have to work harder at it, because all right, I have about, what this gentleman said, a few months. Okay, so I know I have about that much. So you have to work hard in that time to to do what you need to leave the people that are here what they need. But if you were to just go and get in a car and have a car accident, then it'd be immediate. It's just sometimes I don't know what would be worse or better, but I would have to think that even though it'd be hard work and it'd be a lot of energy, it'd be worth knowing in that time that you would have to use it wisely. And I felt like I probably should have used that time more wisely with my mom. My mom was a very private person, so it was hard to kind of get in and really know what she was thinking and feeling. But I do know that she knew I loved her, and I knew she loved me, and I'm thankful for that time we had. But I just feel like time is very important. As my kids are all getting older, I'm getting older, I realize time is going by so fast, faster and faster. And I wish it would slow down. My girls are seniors this year, and they're the last. And so this is going to be a really rough year for me. So I'm really trying my best to embrace every moment and appreciate every moment with them, because it's the last of so many things. It's going to be the first of so many, but it's the last of so many. And so I'm going to really take this time as all I have and really embrace it over the next 9 months of school that's coming up for them. So I'm thankful for the reminders that these lessons have given me in this book. And sometimes we get so busy and we're doing and doing and doing. Right now, that seems to be all that I am. That this book really kind of brought me back down to where I needed to be, and to see some things just brings me back to, you know, my purpose and why I'm here. And I'm thankful for that. So hope you enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed the book, and thank you so much. Bye-bye.